Hello, I am Joshua Siegel, and this is my project on the nervous system. People often fail to notice their brains are in use while they are playing video games. Video games create alternate realities and simulations, where a person becomes immersed in a new universe. To demonstrate this, I chose to have my willing subject, Steven Samolin, play the video game Super Smash Bros. Melee from the GameCube Gaming Console. This is a crossover fighting game where many famous characters from separate games, such as Mario and Pikachu, fight each other to be the named victor. Super Smash Bros. Melee needs the brain's mental coordination for precise motor control in order to win. So Steve, are you ready? The frontal lobe is located in the front of the brain, behind a person's forehead. It can be seen in the diagram in the purple shaded area. This area of the brain is responsible for speaking, motor functions, making judgments, impulse control, and planning. While playing the game, the frontal lobe is being used to judge when to attack an enemy. Steve realizes that he cannot impulsively fight two enemies who are each holding powerful bombs without inflicting damage on his own character. He plans on how to fight his enemy and decides that the most effective move would be to get his own bomb to level the playing field. The reticular formation is a nerve network located primarily in the brainstem and can be seen on the diagram in the red shaded area. This area of the brain's function is to control arousal, attention, motor functions, and regulate awareness. To make matters more difficult for Steven, we will place him against 3 enemy players at the highest difficulty. While he is playing under these tougher circumstances, he'll be using the reticular formation to be aware of the situation, pay attention to the game, and control his muscle movements while using the controller. The temporal lobe is located near the middle of the brain under the frontal lobe and can be seen on the diagram shaded in light blue. Its primary function is to receive auditory and visual information while also controlling memory, speech, and emotional responses. Steve uses his temporal lobe for visual and auditory recognition while playing the game. When the enemy player is about to fire a laser gun at him, he can see and hear the gun charging. This allows him to dodge the attack and counter against his enemy.
Show me your moves!
The thalamus is located near the center of the brain at the top of the brainstem and can be seen in the diagram shaded in light green. This area of the brain's function is to receive, direct, and relay messages. This information is sent to and from the sensory receiving areas and the cerebellum and medulla. This allows the brain to know what the body is seeing, hearing, feeling, and when to sleep. Like with the laser gun, Steve also uses his thalamus to see and hear the game. When the star item becomes available, he can see it and hear the music when his character picks it up. From his sensory receptors, information travels to the thalamus, which tells the rest of his brain that he has picked up the star item and is momentarily invincible. The hippocampus is in the limbic system near the center of the brain and can be found in the diagram in the red and yellow shaded area. This area of the brain's function is to handle and store explicit memories. Steve uses his hippocampus to remember what different combination of moves do for his character. By retrieving his stored explicit memories from his hippocampus, he knows that using a combination of the B button and analog stick will weaken the enemy player more. The medulla is in the brainstem and can be seen in the green shaded area below the pons. This area of the brain controls involuntary functions of the body, such as maintaining a steady heartbeat and breathing. Steve is using his medulla without even realizing it. While concentrating on playing the game, his medulla is also maintaining his heartbeat and breathing so that he could stay alive. The corpus callosum is the bridge that connects the two hemispheres of the brain and can be found in the center of the diagram. This area of the brain's function is to communicate between the two brain hemispheres and control eye movement. This part of Steve's brain tells him what his eyes are seeing by using the combined cognitive power of both hemispheres in his brain. This communication allows him to remain attentive while using both of his eyes simultaneously and understand what his eyes are seeing. At the end of the day, to be fully immersed while playing video games, it does not matter what area of the brain you use, only that you are enjoying the amusement. After all, it's all about the game.